Pod Chef. Pod Chef. You're listening to Pod Chef. When I say pod, y'all say chef. Pod Chef. You listening to Pod Chef.
Welcome to Pod Chef, the official Top Chef podcast, the only official Top Chef podcast. If you find another podcast that says they're the official Top Chef podcast, please leave them a 1-star review.
Report it to Apple.
And report it to Apple for infringement of our podcast and get them off Apple Podcasts. They'll be helping us out a lot, actually, like a lot. Welcome to Pod Chef. Season 18, the current season, episode 5. We're here. It's me, your host, the one and the only, Jamal. I'm here with my co-host, Reeve. Say what's up.
Hey, everyone. What's up? Glad to be here.
All right. And the co-host to the co-host, Brian. Say what's up.
Oh, hello, everyone. I hope everyone's doing fantastic. And if you're not at home, I hope that you traveled very safely to get to wherever you are.
Okay, and now we're starting already. So we have another special guest on this episode. I know if you're a listener, like, what are this just going to be the three of them again? Never. Our special guest this week needs no introduction. You know her, you love her. Her name is Annie Berry. Hello, Annie.
Hi. I don't know that they know me and love me. I think that that's a stretch, Jamal, but thank you.
And so Annie Berry runs an improv theater, and right there what she did was a no but, and that's good to get out there that she does that. She'll do that sometimes. She'll forget that she runs an improv theater and she's supposed to yes and life and everything.
You're right. But see, doesn't that just say that you should be running the theater, Jamal? And this is a great time for you to usurp my power and come to Seattle, take over. I'm good with it.
Well, I told you as soon as you said you were running a theater, I said, why are you running a theater? I can run a theater.
Mm-hmm.
I run a theater in my head all the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But yes, and thank you for having me on the show.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, God.
Jamal, what would your improv theater be called? Annie's is called Bandit Theater. And maybe we can ask her why that's named that. Jamal, what would your theater be called? The one that's in your head,
yeah.
And then the one that you'd open up in real life, brick and mortar, or on Zoom. People are opening up Zoom improv schools right now. It's a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
My improv theater would be called Chicken and Chuckles. And
you don't serve food, right?
No, we do serve food. We serve scallops.
Chicken of the sea.
Yeah, chicken of the sea, scallops. And you could get food and you can get laughs. So it's kind of like a true improv theater or a comedy club, but it's just for improv. So people are going to be like, oh, wait a minute, I'm watching an improv show and I'm getting fed. This is crazy. So it's like I feel like there's a vacuum for that. Mm-hmm. There's a space for an improv theater to be feeding its audience while people are on stage.
I like that
with,
a
like,
lot.
The face microphones that performers use.
I don't have a bit anymore for it.
Okay.
Am I on a massive
I'm interested
delay?
in this idea of
Sort
yes.
of.
Yes.
That's what's going on.
All right, guys. I'm just going to hang in the cut for a while.
And he's in the ditch.
No, he's chilling in the cut. You're in the ditch.
Full disclosure, I'm not where I normally am. I normally live in DC, but I decided I'm going to give that up. I'm going to put everything in my Volkswagen Passat, and I'm just going to drive around the country, find work where I can, and just live out of my car. I got as far as West Virginia, and my car broke down. And then,
and
now I'm in an Airbnb.
Take a wrong turn?
Yes. So roads go in different directions, right? I assumed I could just get on one and that would take me directly where I wanted to go. This one took me deep into a mountain and my car immediately broke down.
Okay.
So, yep.
Sounds like you were on the road of life for a little bit there.
Yeah, at least 4 hours. So now I'm in an Airbnb for the foreseeable future. But once my Passat gets back up and running, we're gonna be back on the road, just living the life, driving around the country.
Now you said only you were packed up your stuff and were on. And then you just said we. Who's we?
So me, I did drag my wife along for this. She is not on board. She says it's a bad idea. Why are we doing this? Your car, your Passat, is not designed. It has too many miles on it, and that car is not designed to have that much stuff in it because we brought a lot of stuff. I got stuff strapped to the top too.
Yeah.
And she was right. Ultimately,
You said that you're working, Reeves.
Mm-hmm.
You said you were working, like picking up work where you can. Didn't you used to work in a bank? Or like guarding a vault? Isn't that what you told me you used to do for work?
Yeah, you were like a dragon of sorts, right?
I did have a dragon-like job before. Now I think I'm just mainly going to hang out around like trails and stuff like that. And maybe like just look, trails like hiking trails or whatever, and like look for work out there, stuff like that. Jamal, do you have a question?
Yeah, I'm just raising my hand so you know when I want to talk, just so I don't interrupt with the pause. So, Reeves, what I was going to say was, would you ever consider getting like a reference letter from your past boss, Smog?
Smog. Well, I mean, things didn't end well with him, so I don't know. I don't know if he would be down to give me any kind of positive. I guess that depends on if I want a positive one or just like a realistic interpretation of what I did guarding all that gold.
Which is you stole office supplies, right? That's why you got let go.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Wait for. Mm-hmm.
So this is going to be a fun episode. Reeves is going to catch up to the jokes like 5 seconds after they happen. Let's just get right into it with our guest Annie. Annie, let's do a segment we're doing here that we always do. It's always had a name. It's called Chefs I Prepared for You, where we discuss what we had for dinner last night and we present it as if we're presenting it to the judges on Top Chef. Would you like to participate in that, Annie?
I would love to participate. Caveat.
Okay.
Can it be something I made while watching Top Chef today?
Sure.
Okay.
Whatever you want. Sure.
Okay, great.
And just so that everyone knows, Annie gave us consent to do this. So now we can go forward with this bit because we've had letters from people saying, hey, you didn't ask me about this. I wasn't prepared. You made me look like a fool. I look stupid. I wasn't prepared.
Mm-hmm.
Next time, get consent. And now I have it. So,
You
all
got
right.
it.
Chefs, I prepared for you. Last night, I made lemon, pepper, and rosemary pan-seared chicken thighs, chopped sweet potatoes, sauteed in butter-infused olive oil, and garlic and olive spinach.
Yum.
I
Any
was going to
questions?
ask you if you didn't, because you usually say chicken breast, and I was going to ask you if you don't do thighs.
No,
But now
I
you
do
answered that question
thighs.
for me.
Yep, I do thighs.
How did
I'm
you
a thigh man and a breast man. Right, Reeves?
Oh, brother.
Reeves will get that 5 seconds later.
Hilarious. Hilarious.
That joke is offensive, Jamal.
I think he waited even longer than he had to for that.
I have a question for Jamal. How did you infuse? You said infused olive oil?
Yeah, so I have this olive oil that comes with flavor infused into it, and the olive oil I have is butter infused olive oil.
So they like steep it like a tea, like they drop something in.
I've never seen it, but I mean, there's different ones. There's like garlic. There's like lemon infused olive oil, so it has like a lemony taste to it. But I've not seen them actually do the infusing.
Oh.
And I'm pretty sure they don't actually put butter into it. It's just butter flavor.
Okay.
Yeah. There's that question answered. Okay, Reeves, aka Delay Dandy, you're up next.
Chefs, I prepared for you hamburger hot dog.
Okay, Reeves, is this because you don't have any of your accoutrement and you're not in your home because you are traveling?
Yeah, it's a little harder to put together something very complicated and, beautiful the way I normally create all my food. So instead, I had to buy some ground beef and some hot dogs and cook them in my car. I have a griddle and I cooked it in that. And now my car smells real bad and a couple of the seats are burned.
Okay. All right. Hey, that happens. Sometimes you gotta camp out in a car.
Mhm.
Now, did you make enough for everyone?
It was so when I said hamburger hot dog, I mean a hamburger and a hot dog. So we did cut them in half
Singular.
and we
Okay.
ate them. Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, which honestly, it's
You ate
not
half
enough.
of each. Okay.
Yeah.
A- yeah. Annie, go ahead.
Um, did you said you cooked it inside of your car? Did the car fill with smoke when you were cooking inside of the car?
I think
or
he
did you
hotboxed it.
You
Yeah, I think he
hotboxed it?
hotboxed it.
Well, yes, I did. I mean, that wasn't initially what I was thinking about doing, but it turned into a hot box. And here's a fun fact: you can get a real wicked high off of burning your hamburger and hot dog on your hot plate. So I'm still kind of feeling the effects of that. So, if I seem a little delayed or a little out of it, I think that might be part of it, is that all the smoke that I did, the hot boxing.
So yeah, kids, that's important. Even though a lot of states right now are legalizing marijuana, cannabis, weed, whatever you want to call it, if you can't, it's still going to be 18 and up. If you can't get your hands on it, just cook a
I
hamburger
think
hot
it's
dog in your
21 and
car.
up. It's 21
It's
and
gonna be
up.
21, so those kids can go off and fight in a war, but they can't smoke a J in their parents' basement playing Nintendo 64.
And here goes Brian talking about politics again.
I don't want to get into politics because I'm already the president, but I just don't understand. And that's great improv. This really brings it out in us. Annie being here is really like sparked my improv again. I haven't done it in a long time. Annie's here now, and now I'm the president because I said it and it's true.
Well, I did hear Eva mention Nixon. I did not get a shout out in that blurb about Nixon. She's like, "We're all here together," and I was like, "Oh, are we?"
Oh boy, now that's uncomfortable, isn't it?
Just
Do
for
we
the
want to
other
address that?
other people listening, I just want to say for the record that I, Annie Berry, was also on Nixon. Am on Nixon currently. I don't think I've been.
Yeah, I don't think
kicked
we
off.
finished the vote to kick you out yet.
Okay, yeah, we're still. Reeves is still holding out.
Reeves actually said he didn't want to vote. What if they do that in Congress when they say they don't want to vote?
He abstained.
They
I
abstain.
abstained.
So Reeves has abstained from voting.
Mhm.
And then me and Brian both have paid lobbyists. Yeah. So yes, that's official now. Sorry for not mentioning it last time when Eva was here. That the group is officially a foursome, and you both had your own episodes, so that's good.
Yeah.
Brian, Mr. President, go ahead.
The group's a four, so I was never in Nixon.
Holy shit, this is becoming a problem now. Just doing just the basic of counting.
I think the best part is that this is for two people. This is for, it's not even for me. I don't like this conversation at all. It's going to be
What
for
I'm
one other person in DC who's like, oh yeah, I know that.
what I'm saying is, I don't think we ever did a show of more than 4 people. So our team has always been 4 people at its max.
Okay.
It's true. All right, Brian, what'd you prepare?
This is so I call this
Let's
boring
move on.
shit. Chefs, last night I prepared for you what I prepare almost all the time before I record this
here we go.
podcast, and that is
Sloppy Joe.
no, I haven't done that in a long time. It's coconut chickpea curry. It's
Oh my God.
Coconut
it's what we
coconut
do now.
chickpea
We do
curry.
it like once a week. We have like 3 things that we cook, and that's one of the 3.
So is your
mentioned
wife
this.
telling you now to fire up the chickpea curry?
She says fire the chickpea curry.
So, Brian, you mentioned this on Eva's episode, and I wanted to ask, is it the New York Times chickpea curry that was sweeping the nation?
See, Reeves asked that question too because
The
he
stew.
pays for the New York Times.
Well, he's a banker.
Well, yeah, he gets it for free.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Not anymore.
No.
Nope. All right.
Okay. No, it's one that we found on the internet, but it's not the New York Times one, but it is good. And I would like to try the New York Times one. If someone would send me the link to that for free, maybe I'll try it.
It won't be me.
I don't have.
I don't
it.
have the New York Times.
I got you covered.
I just read the articles. I read the articles separately.
Right. I just look at the centerfolds.
I treat it like a buffet experience. I'm like, I don't need the whole thing. I just want to pick what I want.
Mm-hmm.
No, but it's good, and we make rice in the Instant Pot, and we cook the whole thing. Last night it was a little sweeter than normal, I think, because we used roasted diced tomatoes versus just regular diced tomatoes. They're sweeter, but yeah, I enjoyed it still.
Sounds good.
All right.
All right.
And now we're on to our guest. Annie, what did you have?
Chefs, I prepared for you a spring roll with arugula, heart of palm, carrot, red bell pepper, cabbage, and rice noodles, and then a sunflower butter dipping sauce because we're doing a cleanse, an 8-week, I think, cleanse of no soy, no gluten, no dairy, no eggs, no shellfish, no tree nuts to rule out any food allergies for my partner Matthew. So I have to be very like, especially no soy because I'm vegan. So taking soy out was like a big thing. So now having to like substitute things. So that's why I roasted the sunflower seeds and then I churned them into butter and then I added coconut aminos, sesame oil, a little rice vinegar, and maple syrup, and then mixed it all together. It's pretty good dipping sauce.
Holy shit.
It's good. I can show it to you. Not that the listeners can.
Oh, you
see
haven't finished eating it?
I made like a big tub of it, like a bunch of them, and then we can
okay.
refrigerate them and then eat them later. Because
So you put it in the tub?
In a plastic bin tub, Tupperware.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you made a whole bunch to put in the tub, and then that's how much you made. That's a lot.
No.
Okay.
People are good at cooking. That's so crazy that people do cooking. It's so hard to do.
I think like being vegan, I've gotten more creative with my cooking because I had to. Because you have to hit certain like nutritional things, otherwise you're malnourished
die.
and you don't feel good. But I think like because you can't go out to eat as much, you want to eat good things, so you have to get more creative in your cooking. I think that's why.
So you would say you have to kind of like improvise?
Oh, brother. Yes. I will say I was on vacation. Reeves, you're not the only one who is traveling around. I was on vacation and I went to breakfast and I ordered an omelet because I do eat eggs sometimes. I ordered an omelet with no cheese. I was like halfway through it and I was like, oh, I don't feel good. And I looked and there was cheese in it. And I was like, oh no. And I haven't had dairy, like really had dairy for like 3 or 4 years maybe. And it messed me up pretty good for a few days. Like it really, my body was like, mm-mm.
Yeah. Have you had your second? Are you vaccinated?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did you have any side effects, symptoms to the vaccination?
Mm-mm.
Maybe they put it in the cheese. Maybe they waited. They said she'll slip up.
Well, no, I told you I got it in that chip in the back of my neck.
That's right.
They put it on a microchip and they slipped it between my spinal column, and they said that it was on there, and that's how I got the vaccine. So, but I didn't have any side effects. I feel fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to the club.
Thanks. Good to be here. Reeves, were you gonna say something?
Brian, if you need that New York Times recipe, I can't send it to you because I don't have service out here, but I can write it to you in a postcard. I have it pretty much converted to memory. I don't know when you guys are going to get this part of it, but that's...
Yeah, that sounds great. That's a very fun delay. What would really piss me off is if Zencaster fixes that for us and we're talking about it so much and it never comes up as a thing. So let's do our best to not mention it anymore, because that might happen.
So here's a big question. Annie, you said that it makes it hard for you to go out to restaurants and eat. What's the hardest place for restaurant-wise, vegan-friendly-wise, that you went out to eat and you're like, man, this menu is not friendly at all with the vegan
Oh.
options?
I went to a restaurant in St. Thomas that had 0 vegetarian options. So I really couldn't eat anything. It was all meat. It was named it had like a Spanish sounding name, like it was like Mama Rosita's or something. But when we went in, I was like, "Oh, we're going to get like tacos or something. I'll probably get rice and beans, whatever." And we went in and it was all like fettuccine alfredo and like hamburgers and hot dogs, like such random foods. And I was like, I can't eat anything. So we didn't stay. We left. I couldn't even get fries. That's usually my go-to vegan option, is like if they don't have anything, like usually they have fries or potato chips.
Yeah.
Back to my
This
Irish
place
roots.
And this place had nothing.
Yeah,
Wow.
nothing.
I'm trying. So Brian, go ahead and talk, 'cause I'm trying to find a segue.
Oh yeah, my turn. Great. Oh, I love talking
I'm
so
trying
much.
to get a segue into the name of the episode. So just keep talking, and I'll be over here
Trying to
thinking.
be polite and not talk too much, but now I've been given the green light, so I'm just gonna go. Great. Wow, restaurants, love them. My wife is vegetarian, so she has a similar thing. There's usually one vegetarian thing, and she usually hates it because it's eggplant. She doesn't like eggplants, so she's like, "Can't have this." And I'm like,
Oh
well,
wait,
why don't
Brian,
we
shut
just
up,
leave?
shut up, Brian, shut up. Hey, you know what a great place is to like go on a date during the pandemic? A drive-in. So that's why
What?
you can just text someone and say, "Meet you at the drive-in," and we'll be right back to talk about this episode.
No, hold on. What was what great place to go on a date? Was that because I said I had a wife?
Yeah, makes sense to me. You
No,
go on
do
dates
a
with your
different.
wife.
That one doesn't count. Do another one. No,
What is that
you got to
not
do that one
good?
again. I'm
What?
not going to present this transition to Tom Colicchio. He will laugh in my face when I say, "Here's Jamal's transition." He'll say, "Smack it out of my hand," and he'll say, "You bring me this on my
Okay.
daughter's wedding?"
All right. You go back to talking what you were talking about. and I'll
Great,
keep
my turn
thinking.
again. Here we go. Oh no.
Your wife hates eggplant. You said your wife hates eggplant.
She hates eggplant. You guys watch Mortal Kombat?
The movie?
I watch Mortal Kombat.
It was awesome. Yeah, movie on HBO Max. It was great.
It was all right. I'd probably watch it if I was at a drive-in.
Yeah!
That brings us to episode 5's title, Meet You at the Drive-In, which we'll talk about right after this break. And we're back. It's time to talk about season 18, episode 5, Meet You at the Drive-In. We are here. And Brian, do you think this quickfire challenge, just before we get into it, do you think this counts as an ad? I'm not sure if it was an ad or not.
Sort of, but it wasn't. It didn't have the same kind of. It didn't like super. It all had the same kind of company that made all these like what I'm sure are very gross pieces of roses that people are putting into food. So like it's sort of an ad. They did also like really keep the camera on a long time on a box of salt for a bit. Like it really hung there for like a minute. So that kind of is the commercial. But no, this kind of counts as a commercial. But this also kind of counts as another ham-fisted Portland thing by Padma. I mean, I guess they said that Portland was called the Rose State in 2003. It's 2021. It's been a rose. It's like Portland's love roses. It's like stupid. I hate that she keeps doing it, and I don't like it.
All right. Annie, have you seen Top Chef before?
I have not. This is my first episode of Top Chef, and it was interesting. That woman, what's her name? Padma. I couldn't stop staring at her teeth. Like she had this, like in this first challenge, she had this bright lipstick on and these white teeth, and I was like, how the hell is she gonna eat anything and not get lipstick all over her face? I was more interested in just watching her try to finagle the food into her mouth cleanly. Is that
And I-
normal? Does she usually look like that?
Yeah, usually afterwards she does have lipstick all over her cheeks. And then also on her teeth.
Like
And
the
so she
Joker.
hates when people bring that up because she's like, I'm just a woman out here trying to eat food. Please don't shame me. And so here
I'm
we
not
have
trying to
Annie
shame
kind of doing
her.
that.
I'm
Here we have Annie
amazed.
kind
I'm
of
not
doing that.
shaming her. No, I'm not
So-
shaming her. Excusez-moi. I am not shaming her. I am in awe of her superhuman ability to eat with that much lipstick on and not smudge it. I mean, they must be like every take coming over and touching her up. Because like if I never wear lipstick because I'm a trash person. I don't really wear makeup, but like
Same.
I'll go to a wedding and
Yeah,
I'll
that's
put,
why I don't wear lipstick either. I'm a trash person.
I wear
I'll
a
go
lot.
to a wedding and I'll wear lipstick and like I'll go to the bathroom and it's like down in my side of my face. I look like a serial killer.
And no one's told you.
I never
Just-
thought about that. I never thought that was a thing. I thought makeup just stayed on your face.
It sure doesn't.
Oh, Brian, you've never smudged makeup before?
I mean, I've had my mascara run when I cry, but I've never had my lipstick end up on my sides of my cheeks.
Well, those were during your ska band days.
Mm.
Brian has had a prolific ska band days in his high school and post high school, and when he was running a radio show with Reeves' wife, now wife.
PCU.
So yeah, that is normal for Padma. She does take one bite of food and then they say cut and then they reset her, so she looks perfect all the time.
Yeah.
Which she does. We're allowed to talk about it now.
Yeah, we've been given the green light last episode to talk about it.
To talk about that she's like very beautiful and flawless looking and
Yeah, and it's those kind of like normalizing those standards is what I like about the show.
oh my god. Yeah. I was like, how does she not gain any weight? Like, what is this woman doing? She's eating all this stuff all the time.
So this episode starts with them pouring one out for Kiki. We all know that Kiki was passed away in the last episode, and so they're pouring one out for Kiki.
Somebody
And
died?
this is-
In a
yes,
way,
when you
yes.
lose in Top Chef, you're no longer alive.
You said passed away.
She did. She passed away from the show. She's
And when you
now
think
on
about
Last
it-
Chance Kitchen.
Last Chance Kitchen is kind of like, wait, I'm sorry. It's so hard.
Tom's own personal hell
It-
for you.
Purgatory?
Yeah, it's like pure purgatory. Forget it. Just tee me up. If you want me to talk, just ask me and then wait 5 seconds
Okay,
and I'll
well,
talk.
All right. All right. This is going to be a Reeves heavy episode. So they have a quick fire challenge in reference to Portland's nickname as the City of Roses. The chefs had to incorporate roses or rose products into their dishes, and the winner received this beautiful thing called immunity from elimination and no money this time in the quick fire challenge. I'm not a huge fan of rose. I think it has zero flavor. I don't think it should be cooked with at all, but you got to sell roses sometimes. What do you guys think about
And
this
what better way to sell roses than to tell people to eat them?
Yeah.
There's no other way that you can sell roses. They're
Yeah.
just like growing wildly on the streets. Like, how do you get rid
Yeah.
of them? They have these poor farmers who just have, I got so many roses here.
Yeah.
Nobody buys.
And
I
they're like,
tried to do Italian.
that. No, let's leave that in because that was good. That's what farmers sound like, I guess. I think also when it comes to roses, a lot of people who produce them are like, if only there was a holiday, we could force people to buy these and hand them out. We could get these roses off our hands. So it's eating, it's buying them, it's whatever we can to get these roses out of here. That's what needs to happen. But as far as cooking, I'm not a big fan of it as a flavor.
Yeah.
I
Me
might as well
neither.
just be cooking with water at that point.
It just like smells like perfume. Like it's very
Yeah.
weird to me because I don't smell perfume and get hungry.
Yeah, I smell perfume and let's not talk about that. So Avishar has banned roses from his restaurant, which I don't know if that's allowed anymore. I don't know if you're allowed to ban roses, but he banned roses from his restaurant. He's banning food, which I feel like is, just because he doesn't like roses, some other people might like roses, Avishar. So, open up that. I love that my team mate Sarah is cooking with yogurt again. She's the yogurt queen. She loves making things with yogurt. I like that she's sticking with what she's good at. Brian, anything on that?
On yogurt.
Yeah, anything?
Um,
Okay, we'll just move on.
I,
A
I
lot
have
of
I have something about yogurt. I want to point out Tillamook is the yogurt. They had like a long shot ad spot for Tillamook there, Brian. I don't know if you saw that, where she was like pondering like yogurt or sour cream. And if you've ever been to Tillamook, Oregon, it smells like shit. It's just cattle everywhere, and little flies just like all over your skin when you step out of the car. So skip it.
Okay.
we okay. So Annie, thank you so much. It's also
Yeah,
we
thank
need
you
to
so
not
much.
squander this opportunity. We have a Pacific Northwesterner who's like on the thing, and this whole season is Portland.
Right.
We need to be asking Annie the Portland questions, like
We
like.
do. We do.
So Tillamook, it smells like shit, and little flies get on you. Okay.
Yeah, because it's all stockyards for the cows for the dairy, so it's like
Oh, good.
really
So
gross.
so that means those flies that are landing on you are like, oh, let's get some blood out of you. That's good. That's fun.
Yeah,
That feels good.
Mhm.
Doesn't everyone miss when you would go to the pool and was it a hornet fly would land on you and bite you and it shit stung like fuck?
Horsefly.
Sorry, what did I say?
Hornet fly.
Let's retake that. I can't have the hornet fly lobby after me.
No, people are gonna know that you experimented combining a hornet and a fly.
Oh no! And now people know I'm responsible for the murder hornets that were happening. Okay, I can take that heat. It's fine.
I do want to quickly. They tried to make this about mothers, and I don't know why.
Because
And
Mother's
a lot
Day's
of the
coming up.
chefs
Mother's Day's
They
coming
could
up.
have done it next week. It would have made more sense. But they like tried to like kind of force this like roses, mothers, do something inspired by your mother, and everyone's like, "Cool, yeah, this is what my mom made me." And then Pascuzzi was like, "I don't like my mom,"
Which means he should probably do very well in this challenge.
Reeves, do you have thoughts on Pascuz not liking his mom?
So what I like is that there was no follow-up to it. It was just, I don't like my mom. Nothing else after that. We got no follow-up. We got no explanation. That's all we know about him now, is that he just doesn't like his mom, which is okay. People have trouble with their families. That's fine. But I want a little bit of closure. So maybe in a later episode, they will bring his mom on to the show and we will see some kind of conclusion to this.
And then his mom will come on and say, I used to work at Kraft with Tom Colicchio. Because, Annie, you don't know this,
but... You keep saying this guy's name. Who are you referencing?
He's our
Gabriel
boss.
In the show. Gabriel Pascuzzi.
No, it's about Tom Colicchio. I don't know who Tom Colicchio is.
He's our boss.
He used to work for Tom Colicchio before he was on Top Chef, and he keeps bringing it up every episode.
Tom is our boss and head judge of Top Chef. He's the bald guy who like walks around and is like, "What are you doing?" I thought Pascuzzi was going to go home this episode because we learned about his mom troubles, and then we also learned he used to be fat. So I'm like, oh, he's going home. We got two backstory things. His ass is out of here.
Wait a second.
Well, here's who I thought was going to go home this week.
I thought the rules of people going home were if you had kids or a sleeve tattoo. I didn't know your weight factored in at all.
Well, no. Just that we got his like sad story out. We got like, I came on to Top Chef to talk about hating my mom and talking about used to being fat. Now I can go home because I did it. Like you get like that nice bow tie on your story. No, we do. And then also, I think Maria, I was like, oh, no, wait, it's Maria going home because not only does she have an arm tattoo, but she also talked to her kid and her wife.
Yes,
was
she
like,
did.
Oh, she's out of here. She's gone for sure.
But that's not the reason why. So you just helped me out because I thought she was going home, but not because of that. I thought she was going home because of this.
Nelson, talk to me, Goose.
Doing rice and beans. Inspiration behind it is my mom. It's a tribute to her. Going super Dominican on this one.
Attaboy.
And she's calling Nelson a boy again. And we've talked about this before. And you can't do that. You got to stop calling a black man a boy. We don't like it. And that's why I thought she was going to go home.
She called him boy. I thought she said, oh boy.
Attaboy. She said attaboy.
Attaboy.
Which is the second time she's done it. And I know it seems Brian's making a face like
I'm
I talk
not.
to
No,
black
I'm
people
not.
that-
No, I'm not.
Brian,
No, I'm not.
Brian's making
No,
a
I am
face
not.
like
see
I
Brian.
talk
It's
to you
not.
like that all the time, Jamal. It's fine.
I'm not doing that. No,
And what I'm
not.
saying is this: if you think that saying is innocuous, go watch Tom Clancy's Without Remorse that just came out on Amazon Prime. You will see a white guy talk to a black guy that same way and say the same line, and it has the same undertones to it. So I'm not trying to make this racial, but come on, Maria, stop calling Nelson boy.
Yeah, it is weird. It's very condescending.
Yeah, and so now I've made it weird. But if you're still listening, let's move forward.
Attaboy!
And she did it right on the podcast. And it's
She
recorded.
did it.
That wasn't
perfectly.
Annie.
It's
That
perfect.
was Pete
We-
Holmes.
Yeah, that was Pete Holmes.
He was making
Before we move on from Maria, we do another very weird thing that she decides to do is cook with shrimp, even though she's allergic to shrimp.
Oh, that was so weird.
If you're a chef, you'll do, I guess, but like not on a TV show competition where like you should know what she's like. I can't eat this. I'll probably die, and she's like,
Yeah.
I'll do it anyway. That's
Yeah.
crazy. If I was allergic, people, from what I know about people who are allergic to shrimp, if you eat shrimp, you die. So I wouldn't go near a shrimp. I'd be
Yeah,
the
it
kid in school who
closes your
couldn't go near
throat.
peanut butter. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I love shrimp. It doesn't do anything to me. So I would have said, Maria, get in there and make that shrimp.
But it did do something to you, right? One time a bunch of shrimp beat you up, right?
Oh, I don't want to talk about that. I want to talk about the shrimps who beat me up. I don't want to talk about them anymore. That's
It's okay. There were a lot of them, so it wasn't. It's not
They
that
were a
embarrassing.
lot. Yeah, there was like 20 of them, and I was like, "Wow, you guys like came out of nowhere. I didn't even see you guys here." And I got outnumbered very quickly. And it's not like that one individual punch hurt; it was the accumulation of punches. Anyways, Chris gave Padma a rose when he presented his dish, and I could have sworn that's against the rules to flirt with the judges. And this kind of brings into question. He also wins the quickfire, so like, is that all you need to do to win the quickfires? To flirt with Padma, and then
Can't
you'll
hurt.
just be called the winner? Because
Can't hurt.
he does win. He wins by making la bouillie because he's back in his Haitian bag and he's making a cornmeal porridge that his mom used to make, but he substituted with rose water and candied pistachios. Anything, Reeves? No?
Candy pistachios.
All right. Every time Jamie describes a dish on this show, she says like 3 words and then she starts like just making sounds, and it's very interesting. That's the lady who kept going like, "Ooh, boo, 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 boo."
Oh, the
It's
chicken
fine.
lady.
It's fine.
Yeah, she's on my team. And I picked her to win the whole thing, so this was a depressing episode.
Oh.
So let's talk about the elimination challenge. Because this is like we thought in the beginning when we saw the trailer for this season that this was going to be Restaurant Wars. We thought that when we saw the drive-in, we're like, that's clearly Restaurant Wars. But this is basically like a pre-Restaurant Wars, if you think about it. Because what?
I fucking loved this challenge. Like,
Right?
I didn't like how they kind of like manufactured the like 3-on-3 scores, because clearly the green team fucking housed the yellow team. But this challenge ruled. Like, I thought it was just gonna be like they're gonna be doing stuff for drive-in and it needs to be eaten in a car. That's fun on its own. And then to have the head-to-head genre thing, like I know that Shota hated it. He was like, "Why do I have to fucking cook horror? Let me cook food." But this was a lot of fun to me. I really enjoyed this.
So for the audience, each team was responsible for 6 dishes, which had to be inspired by the following film genres: comedy, drama, action, sci-fi, horror, and romance. And the judges and guest diners voted for their favorite dishes in each round, and they were all at a drive-in theater. So like you had the guest judges all paired up in cars together, and we're going to talk about some of the commentary in those cars later. But on the green team, we had Avishar, Byron, Dawn, Gabe, and Maria. And on the yellow team, Chris, Gabriel, Jamie, Nelson, Sarah, and Shota. And it's important to note that Chris chose to go on the yellow team because with his immunity, he got to choose which group he wanted to work with. And then Padma put him on the spot and said, "Why'd you choose that team?" And I wanted him to say the real reason that he chose it, because I knew the reason he chose it. Everyone on this team has won before. So
it's a solid team.
Yeah.
That's the team that I would choose.
Yeah. I think only one person on the other team has won the elimination before, so I would have chose this team as well.
Dawn.
Um,
No,
so
both
what?
Don and Gabe had won elimination challenges for the green team. That's a solid team too, but I think the yellow team is the
Oh,
team
right, Gabe, right.
is the team that
But
you
I just
choose.
feel like when you're looking at Shota, Sarah, Jamie just won, didn't she? A previous episode or whatever. So
Yeah, no, that's the team to pick. You made the right choice.
So Padma tells them not to give her something messy and drippy to eat in her car. And so, I mean, I had an issue with this because Padma, something messy and drippy is all I want to eat in my car. Too much? Reeves?
I don't think I get it. Can you say it again?
Oh, I get what you're doing now.
I can't. So Gabriel thinks that you put ice cream in a milkshake. Let's listen to him try and mansplain how to make milkshakes to Sarah.
Do a milkshake?
Are you worried about not having huge containers to make a lot of ice cream?
Not really, because it's a milkshake.
Like,
Fucking sit down.
Wait, no, but you do
So
make
great.
you make milkshakes out of ice cream. I don't understand what the
Fucking sit down.
what's the confusion here. You make ice cream. You make milkshakes out of ice cream.
Yeah, but you don't need that crazy amounts of ice cream.
But
He
didn't they
was
have to make it for like 60 cars or something? So that's...
Yes, but she used liquid nitrogen, I believe, to cool
I
down
think-
the stuff.
I think he pictured her having to make a bunch of ice cream and
Yes.
then turning the ice cream into milkshakes, which is what I would think to do.
That's
but
what
she
I
was
thought.
like, "No, I'll just like not make it fully ice cream."
Yes. Well, the big problem here is Gabriel wants to be the leader, but he doesn't have leadership qualities.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the issue.
I don't know if it's production, but they're really doing a great job at making you be like, look what this white man is doing.
Yeah.
Like like this cast is so diverse, and it's like just Pascuzzi left, and the production's just like, look at this guy. See what he's trying to be the leader. It's wild. Maybe it's actually happening.
I think he's just doing that. Like it just
Yeah.
seemed like he wanted to like tell everyone what to do and like put his opinion in. I mean, I'm not familiar with him, but is that normally how he is?
As a white guy, I
Yes.
want to blame it on production and not make it like it's just like what white people do, what white men do. But maybe it is. Maybe it is what we do. Annie, could you move your mic a little closer to your mouth? I can't really hear you.
Hello.
Okay, yeah, and then just like make sure that it stays there the whole time. Just really want to make sure we get a
Jesus.
good sound.
And now Brian wants to be the boss.
And Jamal, if you could please, could you
No, don't talk to me, white devil. Shut up.
Oh no.
Let's listen to Gabriel want to be the leader, but no one's buying it.
And then I'm making a harissa glaze.
make sure you taste those shallots and none of them taste bitter.
Yeah, I already did, man.
Gabriel really wants to be the leader.
Are you gonna cook the peppers or?
Yeah, I gotta get the skin off the peppers.
But then we can cut them outside, you know?
Yeah.
We have to.
If that's the role he wants to take, I'm happy to let him take it. But ultimately, I'm gonna make the dish I want to make.
How you doing, Sarah?
Yeah, she's doing fine. Go away. All right. Don't try and fuck up my girl Sarah's dish. All right.
Here's
Stop
what I
trying to
think.
tank my team just because you're on Brian's team and you're not doing good.
Here's what I think he wanted to say. He walked over there and he wanted to be like, "Did you peel the peppers?" Hoping she'd be like, "No, I didn't." So he could be like, "I work for Tom. Tom likes it if you peel peppers." But she said that she already did, and so he's like, "Oh, I gotta come up with something else. I gotta boss more people around."
At one point, Maria also says that she wants to beat the Italian boy over there in reference to Gabriel Pascuzzi. I don't know what the deal is, Maria. She's calling Nelson boy. She's calling Pascuzzi Italian boy. What's going on?
She
I still
seemed
think
like
she's
she was
great.
having a bit of a meltdown in this episode. Like, is that normal for her to be like so emotional? Like she was very up and down.
No. This is the first. This is the most she's been highlighted in any of the episodes, I believe.
Oh,
So
okay.
this was like we gotta. Who knows? Maybe she's been doing this in the other episodes, and there's just been other stuff going on. They didn't use that footage, but for this episode, that was a turn. It was a different take for Maria.
I do like her reasoning for it, which was like, I'm just in the middle every time, so I don't know like what's good, what's bad. Am I doing a good job? Am I doing a bad
Yeah.
job? Like I need to know what's going on, because she's like doesn't know what to do. So like,
Mhm.
and it turns out she kicked ass.
Here's
Yeah.
what you got to do. You got to cook your food. You know,
Mhm.
just cook your food. Okay.
Which
Mhm.
her food now is hot dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she'd make hot dogs the
Uh,
rest of the
Also,
time.
your food, Reeves.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We got 2
There's so
hot
many.
dogs.
There are so many random shots of in this while they're preparing in the drive-in of Sarah just looking around while people are talking, and I didn't understand it. But she was like just making milkshakes, and I was like, why are there so many random cut tos to Sarah? She's not doing anything. She's not talking to anyone, and she's just so much of the B-roll. I thought maybe it's because she wasn't arguing with anyone.
I think it's probably she just did nothing. I think it took a long time just like stirring it and it left it by itself. But I also they didn't give her a hard time like they gave Dawn a hard time. Like they weren't like you had 4 hours and you just made milkshakes. Whereas like Dawn, they would get 4 hours and you made popcorn. But hers had like duck skin in it and other kind of like crazy things I'd never put in popcorn.
Yeah, but also I think they would have given her a hard time if the milkshake was bad.
Mhm.
It's a milkshake. Who makes a bad milkshake? Milkshake is again, it's
be
like
surprised.
cheating. You're doing cheating.
You'd be
Milkshake
surprised.
is like scallops and oysters. It's gonna be good.
I don't
And
know.
Annie understands that. Annie understands. She used to live a life of scallop and oysters.
Oh, sure. I still eat seafood sometimes. I'm a sometimes
Annie
eater.
Annie used to be called Shuck and Dive in
That was my sorority name. Was Shuck and Dive.
Oh, that rules.
But that's a tale for another time.
That's a different podcast. So the drive-in is popping. People are pulling up. I thought it was super uncomfortable that they were just showing the chefs and what they were talking about while they're cooking up on the big screen while people were at the drive-in. So later on, like Pascuzzi's like commenting about what the judges voted on, and he's like, "You do realize that they could hear and see you, right? So your comments are being seen by everyone at the drive-in right now on a big screen."
More
I love
importantly,
that. Oh, go ahead.
Can we really quick talk about the decision to put who in what car for this? Like clearly we know that Padma hates Richard Blaze.
Yep.
So it was Padma and Tom in a car, and that seemed to bother Tom. Tom didn't seem to love that.
Yeah. Tom wanted to be in his own car.
Yeah. He doesn't really drive passenger vehicles. He's either being driven by them or like he's driving by himself. So this was new for Tom. He was like, you know, if this was Last Chance Kitchen, I'd have my own car right now because that's my show. That's the show I have fun on. But yeah, then we also saw that Richard and Gail were in a car, and boy, were they getting flirty. There were
Greg, like it clearly was who wanted to be in the car because it was like Gregory and Kwame were in a car together. It was like, oh, okay. It's just like
which I feel like when they were doing the pairings, everyone, whoever the producers for Top Chef was like, well, we know one pairing we're going to put together for sure.
You don't think they, but they were like, yeah, we want that.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Let's put the two black people. You guys okay being together? Yeah. Great. We thought so. Gosh, they make everything so much easier. They don't complain. They're so great. Whereas they probably have to like jump through hoops like Padma. Who do you want to be in a car with? Like, can I get
Padma
my
probably
own
had
car?
a list. I think, well, when I say probably, I know for a fact that Tom told me that Padma had a pros and cons list for every potential passenger in her car. And I think Tom just kind of won by default because everyone else had like so many cons against them. It was like, Gail, can't have another woman in the car with me because I need to like be the only woman in a car. And then, you know, it just like everyone else had a, you know, it was not going to be Richard Blaze, of course. She just like put a big X over Richard Blaze's name. Was like, I'm not even going to bother doing that. He's awful.
Tom also had a list. He said, I can't be in a car with another man because I'm going to wear my power vest. So I need to be in a car where my vest can pop and it won't be challenging anyone else.
He was like slumped into his chair. So
he was relaxed.
He was
there,
like, I think he was
didn't
stoned.
want to
I
be
think he
there.
had some of that Seattle, some of that Portland.
This episode, Tom's like, I don't even have to get out of a car this episode. I'm barely going to try this episode.
That's a place that you smoke, though. The drive-in, go watch a movie and blaze up.
So that leads me to my next question. Who here has been to a drive-in movie?
I have. I'm the only one.
Annie
I don't
has.
think so.
I have. Brian Reeves.
No.
No.
They're fun.
I think you'd
Cheap.
remember it. I don't think you'd have to rack your brain. I think you'd remember it. Did I ever watch a movie in my car?
Maybe I did it as a kid. Maybe my parents took me to go see The Secret Life of
You would
Zack
remember
and
that
Cody.
still.
No, wait.
Walter
The
Mitty.
Secret.
Nim. The Secret of Nim. That's what I was going to say.
Secret
But
of
it's The
Nim.
Secret
There we
Life.
go. There we go. And you can, Brian, edit that so it was clean. And you
3,
didn't mess
2,
up at all.
1. The Secret of Nim.
Yep, perfect. I love that Padma is doing what is done at all indie film festivals, where every time they do a category, someone has like a little short, little funny intro to the category, and she's doing them all by herself.
Okay, let's
This-
all go around.
we
and
need
say
to
which
talk
is our
about this.
favorite. Yeah, yeah.
Also, before we talk about our favorite, the fact that everyone kept praising her and laughing like it was the funniest thing they'd ever seen. I was like, y'all are lying to yourselves.
Except for Tom. Tom kind of had a face like, oh god, like Tom hated it.
Tom was in the
wanted
car with her. He
to
was
get
like,
out.
"I can't say anything. I can't say anything."
Okay.
She would look at him every time like, right, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm super good.
I think that's maybe why she wanted to have him in the car, is because she wanted to get his reactions to seeing her on the screen being the star of the show. Because in her mind, she's like, I'm the star,
Yeah.
it's not
Yeah.
you, Tom. And Tom's just sinking lower and lower as he sees
Yeah,
his
this
show
is
being
my
taken
show.
away from him. Yeah.
Yeah. Tom's like, I can do all of this stuff.
Oh wow, I would have loved.
And I do it on Last Chance Kitchen.
All right, we're going super long. Let's just real quick. Let's do favorites and least favorites of Padma's acting intros. So we'll try to remember them all real quickly. She did.
Well, one is easy to remember. That action suit. Hello.
She got she got hit with pies for comedy. She did okay. What was the action one? Was she just like holding a knife? No, the knife was.
She was in a bodysuit that was zipped a little bit down, and she was all sweaty. And she.
That's right. That bodysuit looked terrible. It looked like a children's.
I don't know what you're talking about. It looked great. Padma, don't listen to him. You look great.
She did the A Few Good Men, like you can't handle the food or whatever.
Yeah.
Like hit the
Yeah.
food.
She
For the
threw all the
drama.
food off the table.
She
and
had an
then-
alien mask on and a voice
she did.
modifier for sci-fi.
Mm-hmm.
And then
What was
for
the romance one? I don't remember the romance.
Oh, it was like He Loves Me Not with the rose.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right.
I feel like she should have used that bodysuit for the romance one. Am I right?
All right. Favorite and we're moving on. Favorite and least favorite.
Both of mine are sci-fi.
Okay. Wait, hold on. Okay. Did you guys think that it was her underneath that mask?
No way. It definitely
No.
wasn't her.
I
you
thought it was
surprised
someone
when
else
she-
at first. I thought it was someone else.
I think we can't do anymore. I feel like that was the funniest reaction. Was both sci-fi. I don't think doing it anymore.
I think my favorite was the drama, and my least favorite was the comedy.
I think my favorite was the drama. My least favorite was the sci-fi. I didn't get it.
Okay, I think my favorite was drama, and least favorite was probably sci-fi. Yeah.
Brian.
Well, Tom had fun. Tom had fun with the sci-fi one when they were serving the dishes because he livened up. Listen to him.
Milk chocolate. Enjoy.
He's a real nerd in the best way.
Avishar just nailed that ice cream dish. More s'mores, please.
More s'mores,
More
please.
s'mores, more s'mores, more s'mores, more s'mores, more s'mores.
Fucking lost his mind.
Holy fucking shit. That's the
He
funniest
fucking
thing
lost his
ever done on
mind.
any
He
show.
forgot where he was.
That shit was so awkward. Was he like hoping that it would catch on and no one did it, so he just kept doing it? Like the amount of times he did it was too long or too short. It was like a weird amount of times.
Perfect.
man.
Perfect comedy.
Yeah, I think Tom for a second there thought he was at Last Chance Kitchen. He was like, I'm having fun. Let's do it.
At first I thought he was referencing The Office US when Toby's telling a story about, he's like, oh, we got so many s'mores, no more s'mores, but then he kept like just saying more
Yeah.
s'mores.
More s'mores.
And maybe he thought Padma would do it too, and then she didn't.
I thought she did. I thought she was.
She
doing
did. She
it,
did.
yeah.
She was doing it
Oh,
too.
did she?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was there chanting with him in the car. Which,
Mhm.
yeah, that's why I was like, wow, Tom is opening up here.
I think he might have actually. I think he was stoned.
I think he was stoned too. Yeah, he seemed
right.
stoned.
He was super in the cut in that car. He did the more s'mores thing.
He was wearing a power vest.
He was scared of Shota's black hot dog,
Which
I mean, the story that went along with it was truly terrifying. It was like, I thought about my dog dying, and so I made this hot dog that's disgusting and black for you. Like, if I heard that and then had to eat something gross, I'd be like, what the fuck is going on? Is he okay?
But it fit the
so
horror
disgusting.
genre.
It did, but it looked so disgusting. I would not have eaten that. It looked gross.
No way.
And I mentioned when we first started, like, clearly that lost. And then just to make the show work, they were like, Shota's hot dog wins. And it's like, no, it doesn't. No one liked it. It was terrible. It looked awful. And it was mushy, and then it said it won. And it made no sense.
Let's talk about someone's dish that actually went over well. Sarah made a Your Place or Mine milkshake, and it won easily. And Gabrielle tried to celebrate too much with her, and she didn't like it. I want to say when Sarah made the milkshake, the Your Place or Mine milkshake, my understanding is that you actually don't have to figure out if it's your place or mine, because your milkshake should be bringing all the boys to the yard, is what I've understood about milkshakes. I haven't had a milkshake in a while, but next time I do have a milkshake, I usually am going to the yard to get them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
in my experience,
Is there another delay?
Generally, if the milkshake is good, they'll come. Me? Oh.
Let's just leave my bit in. That's good. I bombed. That's good. But thank you, Annie.
I was gonna try to make it. I was gonna be like the prison yard. And I wasn't sure, so I didn't say anything.
That's good. Your first thought after your black friend says the yard is prison yard. That's good.
The Yard.
Let's
is a
talk
movie
about
called The Yard.
It's the longest yard, isn't it?
Longest yard.
Longest yard.
So here's something. When they're leaving the drive-in, Richard Blaze says, "Hit it" to Gail, and she says, "Thought you'd never ask." And I was wondering why that audio was left in the show.
It was great because they're all fucking stoned.
Yeah,
I think they were stoned and drunk before they came, because they were pretty wild in those cars.
Can I ask a quick question? When Maria presents her hot dog piece, she has like a bunch of innuendo along with it. And then Gail says something about how like I can't remember, something about like the best part of going out for her is the hot dog. What? I don't understand what, like, is it the joke for her is like food is like is the best thing for her? I don't think I got the joke.
Well, I tell you what, let's listen to that and let's figure it out for ourselves.
Dog with homemade buns. This is a very typical dish in Mexico, and you eat it after the bars, and after you got some action, you get a hot dog. So, thank you.
Oh, that's very good.
Wow. I mean, the hot dog is usually the action for me personally.
Okay. So
what is she referencing there?
Gail has like 3 kids, so she's lying. She's just lying through her teeth here.
It seemed like that she was saying what she meant was usually eating the hot dog is the only action she gets. She doesn't get a hot dog in her bun.
Okay.
That.
Thank you. I really did not get the joke. And now I get it.
Yeah.
We need you on more.
So this is the first elimination challenge where the entire group has to be at judges table, and the yellow team just gets grilled in front of the entire cast. So take that, Gabrielle. Let's just cut to it.
I have a question.
Jamie's question. Her hand is raised.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Annie.
We haven't discussed the fact that somebody made ribs, no doubt the messiest, grossest food to eat in a car. What and why did they do that? What was that
And
about?
didn't Chris make that for comedy? Wasn't that supposed to be comedy?
No, I
he
think it
did
was chicken wings were common.
Yeah,
It was like the
both-
Chicken
both
wings are
the
comedy. Right?
chicken.
What was the ribs for then?
It was
sci-fi? No.
Drama? Were they dramatic? Were the dramatic ribs?
Romance, maybe.
Either way, that's literally what Padma said. Don't give me something
do
drippy and greasy.
Well, Padma
and he
said
did
like
it.
she was like, I think, but this was referring to Jamie's dish. Was like, I think I already got something sticky on the buttons. Was like,
Yeah.
that's gonna happen. It's a car, and you're eating
Yeah.
a car. It's okay.
Yeah, just wipe your car down.
Also, it's not even your car. You guys leased this being. Fuck that car up. Give it back dirty and full of food. It's a lease. Throw it in the garbage afterwards. It's single use. That car is single use. Use it once, drive into the lake.
So the chicken was the comedy, and that was a comedy of errors because Jamie made bad chicken and it cost her. And this is the second week in a row that someone messed up and is going home on chicken. Let's listen to Jamie get eliminated.
Jamie, please pack your knives and go.
See you at Last Chance Kitchen. Get another shot.
Yes. Honestly, I've grown a lot. If I can show you physically, I would be 6'5" right now. Yao Ming style slam dunk. I've grown that much. That's my ending.
Good luck to you, Jamie.
Thank you. I just got rejected. What is that? Tinder? Swipe left, swipe right? I don't know what swipe you do. I got swiped. It's me. The first elimination challenge, I kicked myself down. I realized I need to stop doing that. At least I didn't go brew ooh, at the end. Too much. I've definitely grown from it. I want a redemption, but I'm like not a soggy cooker.
Okay. That was interesting. That was an interesting goodbye.
She seems like a person who really fights her true feelings and puts on like a happy face. She's just like, it's fine. And like inside, she's just dying.
Just falling apart.
Do you think those sounds are her being like, instead of just saying what she actually feels, she's just like, she's like, I don't want to say what I actually feel. I'll just make a sound, get it out.
She's a legend. She's Top Chef legend for me with the I feel huge Yao Ming dunk. That's great. That's legend
Yeah.
status. You are
I
forever.
mean, that's how you
I'm
leave.
gonna hang your jersey in the rafters for Top Chef.
Because she said
This
she
is-
felt like she grew 10 feet tall like a basketball player and then
said the
dunked.
basketball player's name and then said dunk. That's very cool.
So she's up on the NBA, and now that's a crossover connection.
She made a reference to the NBA from 2001, which I love.
So this was a big deal. Jamie went home. Well, she's going to Last Chance Kitchen, but it's a big deal because she's on my team, and I picked her to win the whole thing. And now my hopes are all on Sarah. But let's take a look at the updated rankings after this episode for our fantasy league competition. Brian, you now officially, since Kiki lost to Jamie in Last Chance Kitchen, you officially now have 2 people who have been eliminated off your team, leaving you only 3 chefs for the remainder of the season. We're only in week 5. You have 28 points. Reeves has 38.5 points, and I have 39 points, so I'm your leader. I am your leader. So I'm still winning. I'm going to continue to win because my team's amazing. I got rid of my dead weight in the first week. Roscoe's just chilling and Last Chance Kitchen. So yeah, that's the updates on the fantasy. Annie, would you like to do another why can't I think of this? We're doing another segment with us.
Sure.
Another segment with us called Add Foam, Debone, or Send Home. This is where you pick out of the 3 of us, which one of us would you add foam to, which one of us would you debone, and which one of us would you send home?
And really quick, for everyone who said that we didn't do it with Asan, we did. I just cut it, and maybe I'll put it out later as a little thing.
Yeah, a lot of people said that. They were texting me that.
So, question, it's
Yep.
add foam like whipping, like a whipping cream kind of
Yep.
ad foam.
Yep. Food
Okay.
related. Yep.
And
then debone, like deboning a steak or something. Yep.
Yeah, I don't eat
And
meat.
then you know how the sense went. So.
Okay. Do I have to go in any order? Or?
No. Let's go foam, debone, send home, I guess.
Okay. So Jamal, I'll add foam to you because you could be sweeter. You know, you could be sweetened up a little bit. Okay.
These are real critiques, so this is gonna hurt. I'm getting ready.
Okay.
I'm really
Okay.
hoping I get one.
Let's see. Brian, I'll debone you, but only because I want to send Reeves home because he's not home currently, so it makes more sense to send him home. But I when I say debone, like I would debone something for you. I wouldn't debone you because I don't want you to be without your bones.
Okay, so there's something about me and my personality that the guests always come after me. And I can't blame the guests. It's something with me, so I'll look into that. That's fine. The guests always literally take shots at me.
Well, to be fair, that is also our dynamic, is that you take shots at me, so I got to take... You took shot at me minute one in this podcast of,
what did I say?
No but, Annie. Oh, you run an improv theater, so you
That's
came after
true.
me.
I did do that. You did no but me, though. So, Annie, thank you for coming on the episode. Do you have any plugs? Anything you want to plug, Annie?
Yeah. You can follow me on the Instagram at Barry, Barry is scary. And follow Bandit Theater. And we do shows and classes and workshops and hopefully be back in person sometime soon. So check us out, bandittheater.org. And if I'm ever back in DC, when I'm back in DC, check out Nixon. Only 4 of us, though.
Yes, only check out 4 of us. If you go and see Nixon and there's 5 of us, that's the wrong Nixon. You're at a weird Republican mixer. So, Annie, thanks for coming on.
I want to really quick. I think all of us can vouch for Annie being very funny and a great improv coach.
I can vouch for that too.
If that's a thing
She's
you
the
want
best.
to do, if you want to learn improv, which I mean, it's kind of a dying art from this point. But if you're looking for it, go to Annie for it.
Why? Why would you say that?
You said I could be sweeter. You said I could be sweeter.
Annie's great.
Jesus,
Get coaching,
What Brian
teaching,
said about me
everything
was
from
very
her.
sweet.
She's the best. And improv is a thing that's still happening.
Yes.
No, she's. I'm just very. It's not happening where I live currently. It's completely dead here. Every theater that did improv is gone here. There's only one theater and it's gone. So that's what I'm referring to. Annie's great. Do stuff at her theater. It's fantastic. Be as funny as us.
Question mark?
All right, well, that's it for us here at Pod Chef. Until next time, we're going to pack our knives and go.